been a long time. I don't know. Shit. Care about me, bro. Damn it, I ain't checked my goddamn playbook.
Welcome, folks, to Glendale, Arizona, and State Farm Stadium, site of this year's Verbo Fiesta Bowl, which, of course, is part of the college football playoff. We've reached the semifinal stage, one last hurdle to clear before that national championship game. And today we're going to find out who's got the toughness and the depth to continue their drive and keep championship dreams alive. As we'll see the number 5 seed in this playoff, the Oregon Ducks, taking on the top-seeded team in the playoff, the LSU Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined by Kirk Herbstreit. And here we go, a college football playoff semifinal. Which team will keep their national championship hopes alive today? Kickoff team out there. We are about to get cranked up for this semifinal collision. Try to make a play from deep in his end zone. Tackled at the 13. Not great field position to start the drive. First down here for this offense. He'll hand it off. Fighting off the defender.
The defense coordinator this week all week telling us about gap integrity, not giving this running back any creases at all. Really sound defense on that play.
Offense getting set. It's second down. They'll run the option. Pitch to the back. Gets some space around the 30. Tackled, but not before picking up big yards and a first down. Defense couldn't stop the option that time.
How about setting the edge there on the right side of that offensive line? I wouldn't be surprised if they keep going back to the well, pounding it behind that right guard and right tackle and tight end, seeing what additional damage they can do.
First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? That one falls incomplete. Good defensive play. Brings up second down.
I'm not sure the quarterback makes the right decision on this one. I think if he'd do it over again, he would have found a different target downfield, but he made his decision. That one's incomplete.
So second and 10 after the previous play. Here's the handoff. But a quick stop by the defense. Gain just 2, so it's 3rd and 8. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. quarterback adjusting now to the defense. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Lets it go quickly. And he pulls in the catch. Tackle inside the 40, and it's good enough for a first down.
Oh, the defense. They get this offense to a third down early in the game, a chance to get him off the field. But instead, this quarterback shows you why they've had such a great year with a conversion.
This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field. Handoff here from the shotgun. They stop him after a 6-yard gain, so 2nd and 4.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
The gain makes it 2nd and medium.
Here we go. Slide 22. Reload.
Keeping it on the ground here. And the defense smothers him for no gain. No gain there. This defense has been getting sliced up on the drive, but they push back that time, Kirk.
Yeah, kind of a bend but don't break mentality by this defense. They have been giving up some big chunks here on this drive, but let's see if a stop like this can give them a little bit of confidence here. Now try to pressure the quarterback on these upcoming plays. Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
So on their first possession of the game, the offense stays on the field, and they'll go for it. They'll try the option play here. He'll pitch it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge 4th down stop.
Interesting call here early, showing that they're coming in with an aggressive mindset, but they come up short of the first down.
So the challenge doesn't work. That'll cost the head coach a timeout. We'll see if that comes into play later in the ballgame. This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Opening play of the drive, quick throw to the left. To get him down quickly, not much of a gain on that completion.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
They're going to run it here. The gain is enough to move the sticks. Ball at the 40.
Nice job here by this back picking up a first down and living up to the legacy that they have in Eugene. There have been so many good backs. I mean, the list goes on, but right off the top of my head, you're going to start with Kenyon Barner and Michael James and throw in DeAnthony Thomas. What a golden era it was for the Oregon Ducks when it came to running backs, and they're still trying to live up to that to this day.
Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. And the tailback's got it again. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
Chris, you know, the spread era over the years has always grown offensively, but what I've been always impressed with defenses that really build their defense to play in space still have an ability to be sound at the line of scrimmage and defend a running game. It's exactly what we saw right there.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. Tackled, but not before he gets into enemy territory at the 45.
Boy, nice completion here by this Oregon offense to be able to show you it's not just about the quarterback's ability to run. Often you associate that with that Oregon quarterback, right? That dual threat guy that can run it. Do not forget about their ability to throw the football out in Eugene. Think about Darren Thomas, the career that he had. Started for a few years, took his team all the way to the national championship, made some big throws. And Justin Herbert. Of course, enough said, we see it every NFL Sunday what he can do. 4-year starter for the Ducks. We're still seeing these Ducks quarterbacks being able to throw the football.
Pass complete. It's second down now. From the shotgun, it's a handoff. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Coaches told us in the pregame production meetings they love this back's mixture of speed and power. We know about the speed. They also showed the ability to break tackles on that run.
Motion by the back will make the defense adjust. Grab behind the line. It's James. And he's brought down, but they went backwards after the completion. Good work by the defense.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You got a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
Second down play coming up. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. Short pass finds the tight end. He's swarmed by the defense.
Boy, Chris, great timing here with the quarterback against that zone defense, waiting just at the right time to deliver it into that window to pick up a nice gain.
So here we go now, third and short from the opponent's 24-yard line. What will the offense choose to do at this point? They'll try to run for the first down. They tackle him behind the line, a loss of 4.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
And here comes the field goal unit onto the field. This one is right through. So we have our first points on the board. That makes it 3-0.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. First down play call. How aggressive will it be? Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. Tackle behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. Back to pass. It's Nussmeier. Oh, the pass is picked off. It's a short return. They bring him down to the 22, but this defense steps up and makes a big play.
He didn't really seem to feel like he had anybody open. He just puts it up in the air, and the defense says, thank you, we'll take it.
On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Down goes the quarterback. It's a sack. They go to their blitz package there. That time the linebacker gets home.
I love the zone blitz here by this defensive coordinator because I think it created confusion and hesitation by the quarterback. The blitz is coming. A lot of times you see man coverage behind that, but instead they drop in the zone. The quarterback didn't have anywhere to go with the ball. He held on to it, and it gave the linebacker enough time to come up with a sack.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Catch made on the right side. That's a big gain. They finally tackle him at the 4. It's a solid gain on the pitch and catch.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Ducks looking to finish the drive here. It's 1st and goal. Brought down at the 2 after the catch. The offense close to punching it in.
That's a good job by this defense of understanding where they are on the field. They obviously don't want to allow this offense to get into the end zone. They routed the football on that pass and able to keep him short of the goal line.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
What a great job there by the defense, reading that play, pursuing to the football. Nice loss of yardage there on 2nd and goal, and now it's 3rd and goal for the offense.
Defense held him to 3 in the first drive. Can they force another field goal attempt here? 3rd down. Looking to the end zone. And it's incomplete, very near the goal line.
Boy, that is a tough one not to hang on to on 3rd down and goal. But a good job by the defense to get there and knock it loose.
So a field goal attempt coming up now. And the field goal is good.
And that one, my gosh, I mean, it's almost too easy. Nice kick.
They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. Returner decides to fair catch this. Okay, so here comes the LSU offense back on the field. We'll see if this quarterback can shake off the interception he threw in the last possession. On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Caught quickly. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
You see more and more offenses in college football going to 3 receivers, and the slot receiver a lot of times can become the go-to guy. He gets mismatches against either safeties, a nickelback, or a linebacker walked out, and you can take advantage of it.
It's 2nd down after that completion.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Jackrabbit!
Looks like the QB is changing the play at the line. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. That's good for a 1st down near the 40.
Quarterback sees that this defense is dropping way back in zone coverage, so he does the right thing. Gets it underneath to that drag route and picks up a 1st down.
Fresh set of downs for the offense after that 1st down completion. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he lofts it toward the sideline. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. When he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
And the PAT makes it a 1-point lead. Getting set to kick the ball off now. Fielded in the end zone. It's McClellan. And they tackle him at the 8. So the offense starts backed up on this possession. And that powerful Oregon offense retakes the field. The last possession, they had to settle for a chip shot field goal. Can they find the end zone this time out?
Chris, what a shot, right? Come to an LSU game and you see a defensive lineman overwhelm an offensive lineman and come up with a big sack. It's the last time you didn't see LSU have defensive linemen who can make life difficult for quarterbacks and offensive linemen, because I can't. They always have big boys who are athletic to make life difficult in that backfield.
After the sack on first down, it's second down. Linebackers making some adjustments now. And he's going to stretch the defense, taking a deep shot here. They try a downfield shot. That's a good effort there, but now it's third down.
Well, it's an incompletion here, but I bet this secondary is going to play a little bit deeper just to make sure they don't get hit on any deep throws later in this game.
Well, a serious challenge for this offense. You don't want to be in third and long inside your own 20. How much of a risk will they take to try to pick up this first down? Snags the quick throw. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down now.
Now, there's just nothing here for the quarterback to do other than throw it to his back and hope that he can get the yards after the catch and up for the first down. The defense gives some yards, but not enough for him to get to the sticks.
Gets the kick away from his own end zone. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. And here comes that LSU offense back onto the field. Remember, last time they scored a touchdown. Can they keep clicking here, or will the defense come up with a stop? Looking to pass. It's Nussmeier. Looks over the middle, and that's complete. And look at the speed there. They finally bring him down, but it's a nice gain.
Well, it's great to see this quarterback from LSU make that throw and put it right on the money to pick up that first down. And I think that's the big thing that LSU fans want to see is consistency from the quarterback position. There have been moments where you've seen that. There have been other moments where they've been asking for more out of their quarterback. So you had the Burrow moment in 2019 that was historic, one of the best we've ever seen in the sport. But now you want to see throws like this and be a great complement to that running game, and then you become a complete package and a real threat in the SEC.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Quick throw caught on the left side. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage.
Well, defending this guy, you need more than one defender. You really got to stress rallying to the football because this guy can make people miss.
Now it's third and short from the 21. Defense trying to make a stand here and prevent a touchdown. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. They'll try to pick up the third down yardage on the ground. Got a lane. Can he get in? Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
The extra point is good. They stretch the lead a little bit more. Now the kickoff team is out on the field. And he fields it inside the 15. He'll be tackled at the 27. That's where the drive will start. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. Well, it's been an entertaining first half. Not much time remaining to cut into this lead. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking right, this one caught. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
They look to throw it here on second down. Catch made on the out route. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
You call a quick out on third down. I think that tells you the confidence you have in a quarterback to be able to make that throw. And on top of that, a little surprised the defense would give that kind of cushion to be able to give him room to pick up that first down.
How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Going to hand this off. They've got him, but not before a solid gain on the ground there.
Chris, the defense dials up the blitz. They're unable to get into the backfield, giving the running back enough room. I'll tell you, the linebacker makes a great play just to come up with a tackle here.
Defense seems to be dialing up the pressure here. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Play action fake. Looking to throw. Fires it to the wideout. And it's intercepted. He stepped in front of that bullet. Tackle made on the return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 37 now.
Well, the quarterback ends up being a tad aggressive, and he ends up paying for it with a pick. I get that that might be part of his playing style, but there's a difference between being aggressive and being careless.
And that Bayou Bengals offense is back out on the field. Time running out here in the first half. Wouldn't expect them to be too aggressive in this position. The back's got it on the pitch. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. And the offense will now quickly spend a timeout. Well, there's that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time, the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
Getting set. Here's second down. The quarterback making some changes at the line. It's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Offense appeared to be confused about the snap count there. It'll cost him 5. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. What's the play call here on second down for this offense? He'll hand it off. Solid gain, moves the ball to the 37. And now the offense will call a timeout. Something the coach didn't like about this. Crucial play coming up.
Chris, I just love to see this offensive line in this running game able to establish themselves. This back is already over 50 yards. We're in the first half, so really good job of establishing the run game. Opens up the play action, opens up one-on-one opportunities. Just keep winning the battle up front.
Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. And they've got it. The defense making a statement on the final play of this first half. And that will do it for the first half here. Kevin Connors now has our halftime update. And they'll kick it off to begin the second half. And he'll lead the kickoff right there. He'll start with 25. And the Ducks' powerful offense is back on the field. Looking to throw it on first down. He's got a man down the middle. Tackle made to the 41. That's a nice gain, getting closer to midfield.
Hey, a first down here by this Oregon offense. Nice to see the quarterback and receiver in sync and very efficient. Something that Oregon really prides itself on. As much as you want to think about that quarterback with the ability to run, remember, they can hurt you with their arm as well.
Fights through the tackler. And heads out of bounds after a decent gain.
Love those positive yards on 1st and 10, and it's not quite a first down. Looks like it'll bring second and inches, but it sure does open up the playbook here to be able to open up, maybe take a shot downfield.
Here's the second down play. And the quarterback dropping back. Caught in the backfield. It's James. They'll actually lose yardage after the catch. The defense all over in that time.
Well, the offensive line does everything they can to try to protect the quarterback, to give him enough time to find an open receiver, but there's nobody there downfield. He ends up throwing it to the back. But how about the speed of this defense? Now, you're looking at a...
Oh, that one's picked off. Look out, he's got some space. Inside the 20. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, LSU. For the takeaway and the touchdown, that is just a dream play for any defender.
Well, let's start with the interception. I just love the fact that he got his eyes turned around, found the football, and then has the athletic ability to be able to secure it. Then he goes back to high school running back days and shows him what he can do with the ball in his hands and takes it all the way back for a touchdown. Beautiful thing.
Now they get set to kick it away. Bringing it out, it's Robinson. And he's brought down at the 12. That's poor field position to start the drive. And the Oregon offense is back out on the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. First down, looking to throw the football. Physical defending, that one falls incomplete, brings up second down.
This is a great job by the defense, putting 2 defenders on the most talented receiver on their team. Make this quarterback have to find another option to move the ball down the field.
And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Escapes the pocket. And he's brought down, but there is a penalty marker out there. Let's check out this call. The offense will obviously decline that penalty and take the result of the play. New center down to the offense. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, drops back. And it's complete downfield. He's tackled quickly, but the yardage is good enough for the 1st down.
You know, we talked this week with the offensive coordinator about what makes this receiver so special. He kept referring to his route with him. Here's an example of that. Great route, enough separation to give the quarterback a nice lane to throw the football.
Quarterback will throw this out of the RPO. Really solid 1st down gain. He's just short of the marker, so maybe a chance here to take a downfield shot.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
And it's just beyond the receiver's grasp. Too much on that one.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
And the back now goes in motion. Can he make it to the marker? The 1st down pickup tackle at the 45.
This is why they're in the playoff, right? Not just the ability to throw the ball, but you get to a critical moment, a 3rd down, you trust that offensive line to come up with a 1st down, and they get it.
The Ducks starting a new series here on 1st and 10. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. The pass rush closing in. There's a loss after the completion. That's a good play by the defense.
You know, he had nobody open downfield because of great coverage there by this defense. But what I love to see is how they run to the ball. He checks it down, and this guy's got nowhere to go. It's a big loss.
Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Running back grabs it on his screen. And they bring him down after a solid gain, but it's still well short of the 1st down marker.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
3rd down. The offense desperately needs a conversion here, trailing in the 3rd quarter. Here's the snap. Quarterback drops back. Tries the right with a quick throw. It is complete. What a grab by the receiver right near the sideline.
Good job by this offensive line, and a great throw by the quarterback to get that 1st down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the 2nd half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
Quick completion to the tight end. They make the tackle there, but a penalty marker is on the field. Let's see what that's about. So the offense obviously will decline the penalty and take the result of the play. Second down play coming up for this offense. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Defense stops him, but that's a solid gain.
Man, you know, the back gets a lot of the attention here, and he's a good back. I love to see that offensive line win the battle at the line of scrimmage.
The Ducks looking to cash in this red zone trip. Heavy blitz look here, pre-snap. Here's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Try to pick up the 3rd and short through the air. Grab behind the line. It's James. But he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the 1st down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the 1st down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this 4th down and short.
The offense trailing here in the 2nd half. This is a crucial 4th down try. The defense with pre-snap movement of its own. That's the 3rd pick tonight thrown by this QB. And they finally bring him down. Great defensive play, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see if the takeaway stands. The defensive penalty is declined. Offense very happy to take the result of that play. The guys up front line up. It's 1st down. They're going to run it. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. When they don't block the defensive end, it shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
They're behind the sticks on 2nd and long here from the 12. Handoff to the back. Ball carrier tackled there. Okay, it's 3rd down after that run. And the wideout goes in motion. To throw, it's Nussmeier. Pressure is coming. And he's hit right as he throws it. Incomplete.
Man, on your own side of the field, you're playing a risky game here. 3rd and short. Your goal should just be keep this drive alive the best way you can sometimes is just hand the ball off to your running back and have him get behind that offensive line and go to work. Curious to see what they do now here on this 4th and short.
And the returner brought down by the coverage team. And the powerful Ducks offense retakes the field. They had it going on the last drive, but it ended abruptly with the interception. Let's see what they can do here. He's looking to make a big play downfield. Oh, and nothing but green grass ahead. Touchdown, Ducks. Just ran away from the defense. That's a crucial response by this offense, but still plenty of work to do here in the 3rd quarter.
Well, I love that they're still fighting and competing. You can tell they've made some adjustments at half and try to get them back into this game. And that score is a great start.
Planning up to try the extra point. The extra point is good. They trail by 8, 21-13. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. Here comes the return from deep in the end zone. Tackled at the 14. Not very good field position to start here. Here's the first play of the drive now. They're backed up at their own 14. Quarterback changing the play now at the line. Dropping back. It's Nussmeier. Quarterback looks to his right and finds his man. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Here we go. First play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a 2nd down play. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Here's a screen pass to the running back. And they wrap him up, but the gain is good enough for a 1st down.
Chris, that's another nice pickup through the air. I thought they might be really just out to run the football here with the lead. But instead, they're electing to throw the football. Different routes, quarterbacks in rhythm. Really, it's almost an extension of their passing game.
1st down and 10. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, I think we all kind of get caught up in 3rd down. What's an offense doing on 3rd down? But I think what's also important is how well you defend first down. If you can hold your opponents to a short gain or a tackle for a loss, you throw the offense out of whack, and their game plan gets much more challenging to try to come up with that first down.
Short connection to the tight end here. And the defense swarms not much of a gain on that completion.
And here the tight end shows off his hands for a nice gain. Love to see the big man get his touches.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this third down. To the air, it's Nussmeier. Looking for a deep completion. He's got it down the left sideline for a huge gain. No stopping him. Takes it all the way. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals.
This is a nice touchdown and a great play call. Just get this receiver in space and let him make people miss and use his speed to get to the end zone. That's what they did here, and it pays off.
And now they'll set up for the point after. An extra point makes the lead 15 here in the final quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Oregon offense retakes the field. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. Can the defense make adjustments here? Finds that big tight end for a short pass. Defense reacts quickly, a very short gain on the play.
Well, fourth quarter down by a couple of scores. This offense doing everything they can to not just score points, but do it in a hurry, try to preserve the clock. Here, they're tackled in bounds. They don't pick up a first down. Good job by this defense to keep that clock moving.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
This defense reminds me of a group that just is all about preparation. They are completely dialed in on this play. Yeah, they give up the completion, but how about that? Nowhere to go after the catch.
Incomplete. He was hit as he threw the ball. That's a big third down defensive play.
Well, that's not what you want to see as an offense when you're trailing late in a football game. An incompletion on third down and long. It's a bit of a risk, but with that clock looking the way it looks right now, I think you got to go for it here and hope to convert on fourth and long.
Needs a completion here on fourth down. Caught way downfield for a huge gain. They've got him, but he easily makes the first down, and this drive keeps going.
Just great execution here on this fourth down to keep this drive alive. And what I love is the accuracy from the quarterback and a good job by the receiver knowing where that route needed to be able to catch the ball and pick up the first down.
Another interception. Wow, that's his fourth tonight. Brought down after a short return at the 20 to snuff out the scoring threat in the red zone.
Boy, this defense has been great the entire football game here. They knew they had a lot of pressure on them in the playoff. They stepped up and played well all game long, and now they get a critical interception here late in this game.
And they'll just try to run some clock here, keeping it on the ground. They've got him, but he picks up 8 yards, sets up a nice 2nd and 2.
This is where you really rely on your offensive line. Late in the game, you got the lead. You got to run the football. They know you're going to run the football. Get behind that big offensive line, run that running back, make sure he protects the football, and you got a great chance at a victory.
Now it's 2nd down here. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Ball handed off. Moves the ball out across the 30. That's good for a first down.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The defense all over it. They stop it right at the line.
Well, the back just had nowhere to go. How about the defensive line? They eat up all the blocks up front, freeing those linebackers up to be able to make the play. Just a bad play all around for this offense.
Back to throw. It's Nussmeier. And the junior able to get home with the sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all in the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
That sack sets up an important third down. Crossing the 35. Oh, and he breaks free. It's a foot race.
You're starting to see this defense, I think, wear down now that we're in the fourth quarter. It's been a tough day for them, and the offense is taking advantage of it. A lot of positive plays. Good job of eating as much clock as they can here on this drive in the fourth quarter.
First down here. Time for one more play before the clock stops for the 2-minute warning. This LSU offense is moving quickly down the field.
Here we go.
Ball handed off. Here's the jet sweep. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, this is the risk you take when you run this play. Sometimes it works, sometimes it backfires, and this time it backfires on the offense by going backwards for a tackle for a loss.
Offense getting set up. Here's second down. And the single back takes the handoff. And they'll stop him after a short gain.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
So the offense getting set. This is not where you want to be against this defense. Third and long. Takes the toss, testing the right side here. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. The offense failed earlier in a 4th down attempt. They'll try it again here. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. A running play called on 4th down. Will he score here? Touchdown Tigers. To stretch the lead, the route is on.
And that's another touchdown for this guy. This defense better adjust and get eyes into that backfield, or he may go for a 3rd or a 4th later today.
So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And the kick is up and good. They tack on a point to their lead. There's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. And the Oregon offense comes back out on the field. This has been a rough game for these guys. Not much left to do but play for pride. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete.
Boy, this offense has really struggled today, Chris, when it comes to throwing the football. They have dug themselves a huge hole. They're not going to have any chance of coming back. And I think one thing about this is you wonder where you go from here. You're hoping to make a play or two to give yourself a belief that things can get better, but it's just been a disastrous day for the offense.
Breaking free at the 35. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain.
Well, you can tell the quarterback knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football. He was going to that in route no matter what. He hits it for a nice gain.
On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Hit as he gets the pass away. And that's interception number 5. When will this QB get the hook? It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Oh, you feel terrible for this quarterback. He's played well all year. He's trying to make a play, trying to force it into coverage because they need points at this point in the game to try to advance into the next round of the playoffs. Puts it into coverage, and that's probably going to do it.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I love the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little bit lacking on that one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board on that call.
Well, that's a great performance in a pressure moment, but now the job gets even more exciting, even bigger as they go on to the national championship game and play for that trophy.
And this is a new era. I mean, think about the weeks, the amount of games that these guys have been able to play, and to be able to accomplish this, to get to the national championship, that says everything about the endurance of this football team, both mentally and physically. And they get one more hurdle to see if they can become the national champs.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.